Hi, I'm Charles, and welcome to the C7 Superverse. What's a Superverse, you ask? Well, you're in the right place to find out. Roll the intro. What is a Superverse? Well, the best person to answer that question is my friend and author, Yuan Jur. Yuan Jur, hi.
G'day.
So Citadel 7 is a book series. It's set in the Superverse. But before we can really get to grips with what the book series is all about, we need some background on the Superverse. So, please, what can you tell us about the Superverse?
Well, briefly, the Superverse takes into account that there are both mortal and ethereal worlds. And in the Superverse, both of those worlds are completely intertwined.
So we have stories that cross that boundary?
Yes. We have races of very high technology base, and we have also ethereal races that come out of legends and fables and historical accounts that human history has recorded. It's a hell of a ride following the life of an individual called Commander Block, and it's about his life story. It revolves around one powerful base of individuals attempting to create another reality, an entire different form of existence. And Commander Block's challenge is to keep the present existence and its timelines, including all of its dimensions, intact.
So these individuals, this is the gods?
Yes, the gods come under a group called the Citadel Council.
Okay, so the gods aren't the upper echelon?
No, they're kind of like middle management.
Okay.
And as a result, there are 10 houses. Each of the gods come under one of those houses. So, for example, at the very top, you've got Zero, Lord of Life, Spark. And that's he, it, they, if you like, go back to before the Big Bang.
Okay.
The Citadel Council are the creators of existence in all of its manifestations. And part of that aspect is they were originally one being, and things got very complicated. And then they had to break it down. And so the one individual divided into 9 other personalities, as well as the original being Zero.
Now that division, that's what sets us up for the storylines within the series?
That's correct. Basically, we start in the middle of a history piece where things have been rolling along well for an extremely long time, as humans would measure it. And all of a sudden, their management is not kind of holding their end up particularly well.
Okay.
Timelines are fragmenting, worlds are decaying, the karmic balance of interactions between transitioning from one life to the next in an individual's evolution are breaking down. Things are going a little bit crazy. We're looking at a story where we really have a number of endless threads that we can follow as the reader to explore the Superverse, if you like.
So it's a pretty big sandbox.
Yeah, it's a massive sandbox.
Right.
Yeah.
Romance, thriller, mystery, espionage.
Yeah, one of the things that an author comes up against is they've got to write in a genre. And when I started writing the Superverse, I kind of had a fair amount of stuff that was happening that might, in some people's view, cross genres. But I don't see how you can have a fluid storyline in interesting characters, for example, if you don't have a love story, such as happens with Commander Block and another one of the characters along the way. You have to have adventure, which is very much in the league of what Citadel does. And you have to have, the good guys and the bad guys and the machinations, and so there are immense storylines of thriller, for example.
And a talking dog.
Well, the talking dog is many things. She in herself has her own story.
Right.
So readers can choose a character and literally follow that one character if they want to. And as I might have mentioned, we make the reader responsible in the stories. They're part of the stories too. everybody's included.
Should we wrap it up there?
Okay.
Okay, so that's a quick précis, a quick summary of the Superverse. There's a whole bunch of questions that we need to ask, but we're limiting ourselves to 5 minute time frame for these get-togethers. So thank you, Yuan Jur. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thanks you guys for joining us. We'll roll the credits. See
Cool.
you next time. Bye.
Bye.